Tonight I want to take a moment to do a review here that's a little different than what I usually do because this is kind of a high-end product and I'm really not a high-end product kind of guy. I mean, I spend money on my guns, but otherwise I'm pretty cheap, so I really don't spend a lot of money on things other than guns. But this is something that I've been following since it was in the development stage, right up to the point where it was on, what's that website where people fund your products? I don't remember what it's called, but I've been watching it ever since it was on that and been waiting for this product to come out. This is the Gunbox. It's a gun safe. It's an RFID gun safe. It's kind of the gun safe for the gun guy that's got everything. It's kind of a really nice high-end gift. It's kind of like the sharper image level of gift for people who like guns. Now, when this actually first hit the market, one of their sales reps actually contacted me about doing a review of this, but that didn't go so well. He wanted to send it to me. He said, oh, I'll send it to you. You keep it for a week, send it back, and then do a review on it, etc., blah, blah, blah. I said, well, I can't do a review on a product, just having it for a week. That kind of escalated into him kind of like, well, who do you think you are? And I'm like, don't you know who I think I am? That just kind of went that way, and it ended up with me basically telling, go eat a bag of dicks. I'll buy the product myself and then do a video on how much I hate it, just to be spiteful. I mean, I'm not above that. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen because I actually love the product. So I want to give you a quick look at it here tonight, tell you a little bit about it. Now, I'm going to cover like three major aspects of it: the aesthetics, the build quality, the features, and then go into things a little bit more in depth. So let's get started here. First, let's talk about aesthetics. This is a beautiful safe. It is very sleek, very modern looking. Most gun safes are not attractive. They're just black boxes made out of metal that are just basically made to keep guns out of people's hands. This is made to keep guns out of people's hands and look good while doing it. It has a very clean, modern, minimalist look. In fact, it looks like a little CD player from Sharper Image, and that actually works in this safe's advantage. I never think these little safes are for keeping burglars out or for keeping your gun from getting stolen. They're basically for keeping little hands off your gun. If you have friends over, that keeps your guns out of sight, out of the hands of friends, etc. No one plays with it. That's what these kind of safes shine at. That's what they're good for. And this gun safe does that out in the open while still looking really good. And it does do some good for theft protection because it does have some theft protection features I'll go into later. And plus, like I said, it has a little bit of a misdirection feature to it. It looks like a CD player. So most people who break in your house, they're not going to think this is a gun safe. They're going to think it's a little CD player. Who has CDs anymore, so who's going to steal it? I mean, if you stick this out on a table, it looks really nice. Looks really nice on an end table in my living room. If you had a bookshelf, this would look great on a bookshelf. It would look just like a little CD player on a bookshelf. This is a gun safe that can go anywhere. Anywhere you have an electrical outlet, you can put this gun safe. Now, it's just the nicest looking gun safe I've ever seen, period. There's no other way to say it. It's not even a competition because I don't really know of any other gun safes that are made to look nice. This one's made to look nice and modern and clean, and it succeeds in that. It's a great looking safe. Now let's talk about the build quality. They did not sacrifice the build quality to have a pretty safe. It is still a big, solid chunk of metal. It has very strong hydraulics in it to open the safe. It is just well put together. It has a really nice latch. It's not one of those cheap little, hook and loop latches that you see in a lot of gun safes that you can pop open with a butter knife. It is a good, solid locking mechanism, which I'll show you a little bit later when I show you the features. It is a sturdy safe. This will definitely keep your kids' hands off your gun. This will keep your neighbors' hands off your gun if they come in your house. No one's getting into this without you knowing they're getting into it. So this gun safe is solid, it's sturdy, it's just a really nicely built safe. When you open it up, you can tell a lot of time and effort went into it and some top-notch materials went into it. So as far as, like I said, looks, it's an A+, and build quality, it's also an A+. Now let's talk about the features that make this gun safe unique. Well, for one, it's an RFID gun safe, meaning that you can just use an RFID chip to open it. Now, you can get other models that also have a biometric reader here, but I didn't want that. I just want the RFID. That's what I like about it. So I'm going to talk about the features here, but keep in mind, this one is just the RFID model. There is a model that also has a fingerprint reader, but this one does not have the fingerprint reader. It would be right here if it had it, but this one does not have it. So let's talk about how it opens first. Like I said, it's RFID. There's multiple ways you can open it. You can open it with a ring. You can open it with a bracelet, or you can use the method I choose, and you can open it with your cell phone. I open it with my cell phone. You basically just stick a little RFID patch in the back of your cell phone case or underneath the cover of your cell phone, and then you just wave your cell phone over the safe, and it opens itself right up. Really works very nicely. And to close it, you just push it back down, wave your cell phone or whatever you're using to unlock it back over it, push it closed. And there you go, it's locked again. And like I said, the ring, the bracelet, etc., they also do the same thing. They'll open it up also. But like I said, I prefer the cell phone method, and I'll tell you why in a little bit why I prefer the cell phone. Now, another feature of this safe is, and you can't tell here, but it plugs into the wall. That's a big feature. I like a safe that plugs into the wall. Don't got to put a ton of batteries in it. All my safes either take like 12, and I'm not kidding, like 12 AA batteries or a 9-volt battery. 9-volt batteries are like $5 a piece now for a decent one. So I like the fact that this plugs into a wall. You can put it on a table, just plug it into the wall and never have to worry about it. And it does have a battery backup. So if you ever lost power, etc., it comes unplugged, it'll still work. The battery backup on it is pretty good. While I was testing it, I unplugged it for, I unplugged it at first for 12 hours, and then it was 24 hours, and it was 36, and then 48, and it still had power. So I was like, that's plenty. If I'm ever going to go more than 2 days without power, I think I'll be prepared to have my gun out. So the battery backup on it is more than sufficient. So if it does come unplugged, you'll still be able to use it. Now, like I said, it does have some security features, because if you're thinking, well, someone will just come into your house and pick this up and walk off with it, you won't even know they're doing it. Maybe even someone while you're there. Well, that's not likely, because it does have one little security feature here. If you move it, it starts doing that. It starts making that noise. I don't know how well you hear that on video, but that is a really annoying noise, of pretty ear-piercing little beep there. And it doesn't stop doing that until you use your RFID chip again. So it does have that safety feature. Now, there are models of this safe that actually have features where it will call you and alert you that it's being stolen. And then it has a GPS feature in it, and it'll tell you, not only am I being stolen, but here's where I am, come get me. So if anti-theft is your main concern, it definitely has anti-theft available. But those models are a little pricier than I wanted to spend. I just wanted the RFID. Now, a lot of people will say even the RFID model is very pricey, but it's really not that pricey. If you look at the price of it, and then you go look at like a gun vault safe, this safe is only about $90 more than I paid for my gun vault 500 that I have next to my bed. And this gun safe is much better, if you ask me, simply because you can plug it in is the main reason. In fact, this safe is going to replace my Gun Vault 500 as my bedside safe. I'm going to take that safe out of there, put this one in instead. Now you might ask me, well, why am I doing that, since I'm going to have to unmount the Gun Vault 500, fix the holes where I had screwed it into my nightstand, which is not a big deal. I just make custom furniture, so that'll be easy for me to fix that. But the reason I'm doing it is because, one, this looks great next to the bed, but two, the other gun safe, it runs on batteries, and the batteries keep going dead. Their 9-volt batteries cost me like $5.19 a pop to buy a new battery for it. It goes dead all the time, especially if you leave the door open on the gun safe. If you forget to close it immediately after you open it, the light doesn't go out, drains the battery very quickly, and it just goes dead. And I forget to do that all the time. I get my gun out, put my gun in the holster, forget to close the safe. I go back up a couple hours later, and I'm like, crap, the gun safe's been open. Now the battery's going to be dead. It happens to me all the time, and I'm tired of it, so I'm replacing that safe with this safe. And not only does this look good next to the bed, but there's also some couple of features of it other than it being powered by a cord that make it great for beside the bed at night. And I'll show you what that is here when I turn the lights off. Okay, I don't know how well you can see here. This isn't exactly a night vision camera, but since this safe plugs in, it has a little light on it. Lets you know it's got power. Right there's a little light. So it's easy to see it at night. You can't miss where the little sensor is at night. And the one thing I always have next to my bed, always, is my cell phone. In fact, I have my cell phone with me all the time. So if I was going to use this safe anywhere, I can always open it because I always have my cell phone with me. But at night, next to my bed, my cell phone is always there, giving me the time. I use it as a little digital clock next to the bed at night, one that I can see at night. So at night, it's very easy for me to see if I need it quickly. Oh, there's my cell phone, and there's the sensor. So even in the dark, it's very easy for me to do that. So as you can see at night, it's the perfect safe to use. It's not going to lose power. I can see it easily in the dark. I can see my cell phone easily in the dark. Don't have to fumble with any keypads, trying to feel the little raised keys to push the buttons. Don't have to fumble with keys, anything else like that. Just pick up the phone glowing right there and rub it over that little blue dot that's glowing, and my gun is accessible. And like I said, if you want to keep this in a living room, etc., like I said, it looked really great in my living room, and I want to get another one and put it downstairs because I'd like to have two of these, one before my bed and one for the living room to put my gun in if I'm not wearing it, or maybe even to keep just a spare gun that I'd have around in case I ever needed to get it. Like if I got dressed, I might want to keep my carry gun in there, for example. Before I get dressed, I've got my holster on, I'm getting ready to leave, I got to my gun safe to get my carry gun. I just keep it in the living room, put it on right before I walk out the door. But like I said, works great on a nightstand or in a living room, etc. It's going to fit into any decor. And like I said, nowadays, I think most of us have our cell phone everywhere we go, so we're always going to be able to access our gun, or any gun or an extra gun or whatever you want to keep in it. In fact, I think I would forget to put on pants before I would ever forget my cell phone. I can't go anywhere without my cell phone. If I got somewhere without a cell phone, I would go home, get my cell phone, and then go back because I can't stand to be without my cell phone. And I think most people are like that today. They have their cell phone with them all the time. So that RFID chip in my cell phone makes this safe perfect for me. Now, you might prefer the ring or the bracelet, etc. You might want to do it however you want to do it, or put that RFID chip on anything you want to put it on. You can put it on the bottom of a vase next to the safe if you wanted to. That way you can have a little vase sit next to the safe that no bad guy is going to think to pick up and wave over your gun safe. So you can do all kinds of things with that little RFID chip. It's just a little piece of paper that sticks on. You can put it on anything you want to put it on, have it sitting right there next to your safe if you want to. So that RFID chip, that just makes this an awesome, awesome thing. So in the end, like I said, this isn't the cheapest gun safe in the world, but to me, it's kind of the coolest gun safe in the world. It's definitely nice looking, fits into any decor, looks great, it's built great. I love the features, and like I said, you can get features all the way up to GPS tracking if you want to, if you're a tech junkie and you want to spend money to protect something. But to me, just having the RFID is enough, and I really like the safe. So my conclusion on this safe is I like it. I'm actually going to save a little bit of money, buy me a second one. But if you're someone that's looking for, a gift for a gun person, and they're the gun person that has everything, they're the guy that already buys themselves everything or has everything, etc., and you're looking for something to get them, this would be a great gift idea. I know I would love someone to buy me one of these for Christmas. Hint, 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 if anybody's out there listening that's buying me a Christmas present. It's just a great gift overall for anyone, and it's great to buy for yourself if you just want a nice, cool gun safe. So go look at these. They range anywhere, like I said, from about $100, $75 more than an average decent gun safe, on up to $400 and $500 if you want one with all the bells and whistles. But go to the website. It's gunbox.com, I think, or thegunbox.com. I'll put a link in the description below this video. But go check them out. They're really the newest thing in gun safes. I think to me they are the latest, greatest things in gun safes. So if you're interested in a gun safe and you're willing to spend a little money to have something that's really nice, go check them out. You ain't even my real dad. First, I want to talk about the aesthetics of this box. It is a very nice high-end box. It's kind of a clamshell design. Oops. Damn it. Can't do that.